Hey guys, what's up? Zach Evanesh here, and got definitely a different underground strength show for you. And this one is based on integrity. A couple things have come, I guess, to my attention, and a couple different things have happened lately. So I definitely want to address these, and these are questions that actually come through a lot. But the reason that this topic has really come to life is through a recent incident, or I guess a series of recent incidents. So this is going to be a little bit more of a, I guess, a serious, almost of a rant. Now, I've been writing for a particular magazine that's in the MMA combat training world, and I actually started writing for them. Man, I don't even think I was married yet. I remember I took my first photo shoot in the backyard of the house that we were fixing up, and I didn't even live in the house. So I've been married 6 years, so about 7 years been writing for this magazine. I never asked for a dime, by the way. Did it because that's what I love to do, and I thought it was an awesome magazine. And in the beginning, they had a different name, and then they partnered up with another very large company in the MMA world. And I wrote for them without fail every 2 months, which is when the magazine came out. And last week, I took two of my wrestlers and I met up with them at their high school and took photos for the new article that I would be submitting. And they were really psyched to be in this big magazine because they told their parents. They even told their friends, their coaches. They were really hyped up. The photo shoot went awesome. It was a sick workout. And 2 days after I did that, or maybe 3 days after we did the pictures for that, I got the magazine where I submitted my previous article from. And I'm looking through it, and I don't see my article. I'm like, man, where the heck is my article? Maybe I missed it. So I go to the table of contents to see if I could find my article, and I don't see it. So I see there's a different strength and conditioning article, and I see that I've been replaced. And the crappy thing is that I've been replaced with lesser quality content. I don't think I'd be upset if it was kick-ass stuff. And here's where integrity comes into play. If you really give a crap about the MMA community, you're not going to put your friend in the magazine or whoever the person is. It's not going to be done out of favor. And I wrote to the editor, and he says, hey man, I'm not the editor anymore, there's a new editor. I said, oh, I didn't even know that. So I connected with the new editor, and I spoke to him about integrity. And I said, nobody emails me, nobody calls me, nobody even says, hey, thanks for the free articles you've been given for 7 years, thanks for the last article. I told him I wouldn't be so upset if the content that replaced mine kicked ass. So of course, he emailed me back and said, which article is yours? And what kind of integrity? How does somebody become an editor of a magazine where they don't even know who writes for the magazine? So I had written for the magazine for, I guess, 6, 7 years since its beginning days. And the new editor doesn't even know who the heck was the strength and conditioning columnist expert for them. So there's your integrity. There goes to show you how an editor cares about a magazine and doesn't even know what the hell my article is. And then he questioned me to say, how dare you talk about the integrity of our magazine? It really isn't the integrity of the magazine. It comes down to the integrity of the editor, who hasn't been reading the magazine and breathing and bleeding it and really knowing what's going on inside of it. Once again, friends of friends, lack of integrity. And I do believe somebody had told me that also about the NFL. He said, hey man, in the NFL, friends of friends get the job. I'm sure that's not all the way across the board, but that is the way it worked in the old town that I used to teach for. Friends of friends. You know, sometimes the big boss up above is given that position because of a favor. And here's where integrity comes in. For the MMA magazine, who is the magazine for? Who are we doing it for? We're doing it for all the combat athletes, for the mixed martial arts fighters, Muay Thai fighters, jujitsu practitioners, judo practitioners, whether they're recreational or highly competitive. We are doing it for them. And when you're an editor, you are supposed to be bringing that community the absolute best information, not hooking your friends up. Same thing with the schools. Who are the schools for? The schools are for the kids. And what pisses me off about this town that I used to work for is it's not about the kids. Their football team, once upon a time, was going on a 5-year losing streak. I believe they were, through their 5th season, they were at like 0-46. And then that 5th season, they won their last 4 games. I had reached out to administration, department chairs, you name it, for me to help for free. Let me help the football team. Let me help the athletes. Bring me in. Let me train them. Let me do strength and conditioning with them. Never. With regards to education, they always spoke about being creative, thinking outside the box, be forward thinking, do it for the kids. All ideas I had that were in best interest of the kids, slashed. So in essence, we hear schools talking about they have a motto of being committed to excellence, or you have editors that are supposed to be doing things that are for the better of the magazine, and we've got people that lack integrity. Now I'm going to give you a final thing that is sometimes tough, because I wonder whether I should go that way. But I've been approached probably every other month minimum by somebody who's got a lot of money, who would like to invest and help me expand my gym, have a bigger place, more equipment, nicer equipment. And the last person that connected with me, what I told that person is this: here's why I cannot take your money, and here's why I don't want to have a bigger gym. Because then I'm going to be worried about my rent. I'm going to be worried about paying more bills. And if I start worrying about those things, it will kill the integrity of the underground. And here's what will happen. I will think twice about taking that person that is not a good fit here. I will think twice about taking that person that would kill the atmosphere and kill the energy level of this gym. Why? Because I will drop my integrity. And what will I be thinking about? Man, maybe I should take John Smith. I need to pay the overhead. I need to pay these bills. I need to pay those bills. Keeping the underground small allows me to train exactly who I want and not lose my integrity, and not train people that don't want to be here, kids that don't respect the iron, kids that don't respect the money that their parents work hard for, and kids that don't respect how important it is to be strong. And I lose respect for people quickly. So the new editor of that magazine, it's unfortunate, because I wonder if the owner knows that that guy had no clue who a writer was since the very beginning of days. I mean, that's a bunch of bullshit. That makes me sick. I lose respect for the school district that talks about caring for kids but doesn't really care. Kids that are losing in athletics and they're not trying to expand and make the program better, that don't support coaches that are trying to do better things, or teachers that are trying to do better things. Instead, it's just more paperwork. And I have no respect for all those strength coaches that cut and paste stuff off of my website. I mean, I'm confused as to how an adult who will train other athletes and is supposed to be a role model goes and copies, literally steals, literally cut and paste. Those are the coaches that, if I asked them, I said, would you tell your athletes, yes, go and steal, go and be a liar, go and be a cheater? You know what? Integrity is so rare nowadays, and unfortunately, these last few incidents, they make me sick. They make me nauseous. So for those of you that still have integrity and still want to do things the right way, keep doing it, because you will develop a lot of haters by actually doing the right thing and sticking to what's true to your heart and your soul. Integrity, that's it. Some people just ain't got it.